talking about the number of 29 students taking the Cambridge exam next year today.
Yeah.
And now it will be high level of anxiety comes before the exam. So what is the best tip that you can give to these students?
Well, I think what Darren has been going through clarifies the achievability of approaching the tasks that they have within the exam. So I would imagine that they've been studying with some good learning materials, so they've got practice for their listening, they've had practice for their reading comprehension, and they've been studying correctly, so things should be in place, which means that they'll be familiar with the language that will be presented to them on the day of the exam. So they'll have the level for that. In terms of production, it's always good to have a look at the videos, if they haven't already, on YouTube for the speaking exam.
And the comments.
And the comments. To focus on the fact that they will get credit for complexity, they will get credit for trying and attempting more complex language. That I'm sure that a great teacher will have provided them with the tools that they need to demonstrate that they know English in a slightly more complex way than what is required for the level, which will mean that will shine through in their writing and in their speaking. And if they make a mistake,
productive skills.
Mistakes are less important. Yeah. And so if you look through the rubrics and you say, right, well, you know them very well. And in terms of content, it's there for the taking. All you need to do is stay on topic and answer the question fully. For communicative achievement, if it's coherent, so whatever they produce is readable, and you can read it in one go.
Yeah, the target reader.
And you're the target reader, and they can use the conventions to hold attention. So you think, well, what are the conventions you can go through? You might be asked to write an email, so you need a beginning of the email, you need an end of the email. These are conventions. What sort of email is it? Is it to a teacher? Is it more formal? Is it less formal? Respect the register, respect the genre, and for the different genres there are different things that they can do. So if, for example, it's they're writing to a friend and they're talking about their life in their country, is there reciprocity? Do they include things like, okay, so this is what we do, and explain, we have this special event, and this happens, and we all have a great time, and it's really important for our community. And how about you, in your country? Because you're in a correspondence,
yes,
so you're talking, and then evoking a response. So that's sort of keeping attention.
Conversation flow, yeah.
Exactly. So it's what sort of task is it? So you don't always have, if you're writing for a job, you're not necessarily going to ask questions, but you might want to do that as well. Depending on the task, there are certain conventions to respect, and those conventions you can include, and that will give you the best chance of having a good communicative achievement score. And in terms of organisation, it's pronouns, so you can say you need to use pronouns, you need to use linking words, you need to use a variety of cohesive devices, as we've looked at. And then in terms of language, you can say, well, you will get credit for the variety of your language, the fact that you demonstrate that you're in control of the grammar, and you get more credit for more complex structures. So if you can include
developing the ideas.
Developing the ideas as well, which is more to do with communicative achievement. If that's at a sort of like a B2 idea level or above, then they want to go more into the idea of focusing on complex ideas as well as simple ideas, well communicated. And so it's, that there are kind of criteria that they could meet, and if they meet most of those criteria, then great. So they're gonna get their certificate and it's all gonna be fine.
Yeah. Mr. Simon, thank you so much. I do highly appreciate this. Thank you.